This is Cayman with S&B, and today we're going to be installing the S&B high capacity fuel tank for the Ford OBS. This fits the crew cab short bed. So our tank comes with straps, a filler, the filler neck. It even has a new vent so it can actually fill up at the fuel station. These are our rollover valves that are on the tank already. It has one of our new fillers with the check valve built in the inside. Reuses the OEM sitting in it, so you just drop it in and get it reused. We're going to be getting right into the install by removing the factory skid plate here. So with the 10 mil, you can start on these bolts holding the skid plate. Now with the 15 mil deep socket and a 13 mil on top, holding it to keep it from spinning, we're going to remove this nut. And this is something we are going to reuse, so we'll hang on to this nut here. And we also have a jack supporting the tank underneath. And then to get the strap off, just bend it away, and then it's just sitting into a pocket. And the same thing goes for the rear strap. We still have everything connected to the tank. We have electrical on top, the feed, return, as well as the filler. So what we're gonna do is just lower the tank to give us better access. You don't need to do this. It makes your life easier if you are doing it on the lift or you have ratchet straps to help you lower it, but you can access everything without dropping the tank as well. So now that we have the tank lowered, just about 3-4 inches here, now we're going to get onto the top and remove all the connections. Now the hose clamp on my filler neck is visible. You can see it right here. So with a 5/16 or 8 mil, you can get this loosened up. So now here's the electrical, just to press the button, disconnect that. Okay, ready? So now for the fuel connectors, we have the retaining clips, and a fuel line disconnect tool. So now I'm going to be dropping the tank. I have my jack underneath it, and I'm going to be watching the filler. You can see that vent slide out of the filler. So now I got the OEM tank. Set it next to the S&B tank so we can get everything transferred over. So now we're going to be dropping out the filler neck. It's just a 7 mil. We have 3 of these screws. And then underneath we also have a hose clamp that's holding on the filler. And that hose clamp was already off, so now we got the filler out. So now from the outside, we're going to be marking through the holes onto the S&B filler. Okay, now we'll remove the filler. And we had the filler positioned to where the vent was coming off the side perfectly. So now we'll take that off and drill. I'm gonna bring it. So the filler will be positioned like this with the vent coming out of the side, and we'll be looking for the holes we just drilled. So this is the cut template. You'll just cut out on the lines, and what it does is it indexes perfectly in to the cross member. And so this is going to show you where to drill the holes for the front S&B included strap. So now before we grab our 9/16 to drill the hole, we're gonna find a transfer punch so we know where to start the hole and line it up on the mark. So now we have our mark where we're starting. We're gonna start small and we're gonna work our way up to 9/16. And as I'm drilling through, I have the old strap above just so we don't drill through the cab. And the same goes with this one. We have a strap over the top so we don't drill through the cab. We're back to the same hole with the 25/64 drill bit. So we have the holes drilled. We'll get these painted to prevent rust. Then we'll be ready to install our strap here after the tank's up with some nuts on top. So now we have the tank side by side. We already had our holes drilled for the front strap. I already have our filler neck on, so now it's time to get the tank ready to be installed. First step is going to be transferring over the OEM center unit to the S&B tank. This is a good time to replace your OEM center unit as well. So if it's not a fresh center unit, probably a good chance. So we got that hit counterclockwise. Spin off the ring, and then out comes the sending unit. And this one is a newish sending unit, and you can tell because it still has the foot on the bottom. So we're going to take off the gasket. So this black gasket will come off, and then drop in the S&B fat black O-ring. And now before the sending unit goes in, it has these tabs on the bottom that index into the stock tank, just like that. We already know which way the fuel lines are gonna go, and we don't need these tabs here, and they won't even fit with our tank. So we're gonna grab the end of the tab and bend it towards the center. Now we'll get to the other side as well. So now these fingers are completely free of the sealing surface on the sending unit. So we'll place the black O-ring in the groove. We already have the gasket removed. Drop it in just like this, with the two lines facing in the slot opening. Make sure that O-ring stays in the groove. And as we set it into the tank opening, we're gonna feed our sending unit washer over the top, electrical through, just like this. So press the sending unit down. Okay, so now we have the locking washer over it. The arrow is pointing up towards the top, and we'll get washers and nuts placed over. And I'm gonna hit these with an electric ratchet just to set them down. Then we're gonna get on there with a torque wrench. Then that last one that's covered by the fuel line, we're gonna get on that just a regular wrench. So now we have our torque wrench set to 20 inch-pounds, and we'll go around and get these all tightened down. So we got the sending unit installed, that's ready to go. We torqued it to spec. Now it's time to install the filler as well as the vent. So this is the OEM filler, and you can see that they vent through the filler. So this is kind of the problem with these trucks and filling, is you have an internal vent. So there's not much flow or area where for the fuel to flow as you fill. So most trucks these days, or all the trucks these days, have a vent and filler that are separate. So what we're doing is, it's gonna look a lot better this when you get it. This is our prototype filler. But this filler is gonna install onto the tank. It's 1.5 inches. It has a check valve built into the actual filler neck. It's high quality stuff. So we're gonna get our hose clamp put onto the filler. And this filler just follows the cutout. So that cutout in the tank right there, it's gonna follow that same direction. So we'll get this hose clamp tightened down. This will go over the frame as it gets installed and connected to the new S&B filler. The filler on, now it's time to install the 3/4 inch vent. So just throw your hose clamp around the vent and shove it onto the barb. Then this is gonna go onto the filler. And so now the tank is ready to be installed. Now we're gonna get the S&B tank put onto the jack and into the truck. And we're gonna be careful to make sure all these hoses go over the frame rail. And the rear filler and vent over the frame rail as well. And when you have the filler close enough, you can push it on to the barb, and the same goes for the vent. And then we'll just need to break a hose clamp free and around both of them. So now we're gonna be installing the rear strap first. So the shorter side goes on the frame, and we connect a little bit differently than the stock tank. So the stock tank uses that like a slip through style on the frame. We converted this to be using the skid plate cage nut. So if you don't have a skid plate, you'll need to get a little slip nut just to go around the frame there, or just put a nut over the top. It'll just be a little bit tricky to get something on the top to hold it. So now with our 10 mil, we'll get this tightened up a tad, and we're gonna work our way over to the other side. So now for this other side, I have my nut, I have the bolt. I'm gonna get it hand tight. I'm gonna hold the top with a 13 mil, and then the bottom with a 10 mil. Now I'm just gonna come right back to the other side and just touch this one up. So now for the middle strap, we're gonna start on the frame side, and we're gonna start by straightening this into the strap and feeding it through the cradle here. Ready? Now that we have this strap locked in, we're gonna swing it over to the other side. We can get our tank pushed back towards the frame. And then so now thread this nut on just hand tight. Using the jack can kind of help you. So now I have a 15 mil underneath on the nut and a 13 mil on top. And now we have our last and most forward strap. This is the one that we added, so we drilled the holes for it. The longer side goes on the driveline side, the shorter side goes on the frame. Get this around the driveline and press up against that cross member. And then we'll put a jack underneath the strap. So with the kit, you have a short bolt and a long bolt. Obviously installing the long bolt is gonna be a lot easier. So we're gonna install the short bolt first on the driveline side. We do this just so you don't hit the cab. So we got the other side tightened up. Now we'll get this tightened up by hand. Then we'll put a 15 mil on top. So now we're gonna get the feed and return lines push back on, and then the lock set on as well. Front rollover valve, we're going to get it zip tied to the cross member here, just something that's up and out of the way. Then that rear rollover valve, we'll get it zip tied up to the filler. And that electrical, we'll get this plugged in as well. Both fuel lines and locks are snapped in. And that's the install. The tank's ready for diesel. Always recommend checking for leaks after you fill the tank completely full. Just an overview of the tank. I think it looks awesome. We have the three straps installed. The tank sits less than 3 inches below the frame rail. And then in between the transfer case and the tank, we have 12 inches. Let me show you the measurement. So you can still install your fuel system here. But overall, straightforward install, fix the filling issue, get a bunch more fuel on board. You can even pair it up with our after axle S&B tank to get more fuel. But let us know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.